attracted plenty of grown-ups to the investment table. Even Ethereum founder Wunderkind Vitalik Buterin has occasionally ditched his t-shirts depicting unicorns and even a buffacorn, buffalo plus unicorn, costume he wore to a conference to throw on a collared dress shirt and appear on stage. This from a very young man who reportedly launched what would become the second most popular cryptocurrency after a change in the video game World of Warcraft made him cry himself to sleep. Shifting from hoodies to suits is exactly where the digital assets industry is right now. While blockchain was originally created as an alternative to banking and traditional finance by tech startups filled with hoodie-wearing entrepreneurs, it can actually enhance the established financial industry by bringing additional efficiency, transparency, and liquidity to capital markets. To make that shift, a different skill set is required. A skill set that the innovators of blockchain and cryptocurrencies don't have. The suits of Wall Street and Main Street can build on what the hoodies of tech startups created when they come to understand how to innovate using digital assets in traditional financial markets. That's when hoodies and suits can combine their talents and expertise to create the next generation of finance together. What I found in the boardroom. Just before Zuckerberg was knotting his tie for Congress, I left my corporate life in traditional finance at Moody's. I was invited to join the board of a regulatory task force focused on cryptocurrencies and blockchain. Only I knew nearly nothing about crypto, blockchain, or the initial coin offerings, ICOs, when blockchain-based coins are sold to raise funds for a cryptocurrency project. It needed regulation. I told them, "You're talking to the wrong person. This isn't my expertise." But they were young, persistent, idealistic attorneys. So I watched YouTube videos about Bitcoin and blockchain to understand what they were about and why the lawyers were so passionate. When I understood the basics of the technology, I recognized that the potential upgrades to traditional finance were mind-blowing. But back then, the tech-savvy hoodies were attempting to upgrade finance without finance experience, leading to false starts and bad publicity. When you're dealing with traditional finance, you're dealing with securities, structure, and regulation, and possible jail time for any violations. After all, finance is one of the oldest professions in the world, dating back to Mesopotamian bankers offering credit contracts. And if it's not broken, why fix it? But it can run more efficiently, and blockchain and digital assets are paving the way. It's going to take recognized structures and responsible innovation regulation to make them mainstream. I had made the assumption that the industry was already deep into the process of applying the hoodies technologies to traditional finance, but I was wrong. Hoodies couldn't do it alone because they lacked the experience and understanding of the intricacies of the industry, and suits didn't understand the technology. So I found a partner, and together we worked to create digital assets, discoverable digital representations of value that establish ownership, as small securities, eliminating frictions and developing a more automated process while using his broker-dealer. Together with a great team, we focused on efficiencies and programmable securities and worked to create tokenized real-world assets before the term RWA was cool. We even created securities offering to pay interest in stablecoin, a cryptocurrency that provides a stable price by being pegged to a currency or commodity, which was a first. We structured non-fungible tokens, NFTs, unique tokenized assets on the blockchain that can't be replicated, for investments in land plots before NFTs became known for art. I understood that digital assets would become important because the next generation of investors, who grew up with supercomputers in their pockets,